develop the hillock of Diwar for public use. So today, as tourism के लिए करता, वही तो सर construction करता, आमका ती construction नाका, village cannot take that pressure. सध्यापणी ही tourism आकडे जाता जाल्यार तेंच्यांनी public usaकूच ही सुवात develop करची म्हणजे either park develop करचो, कितें for where public can attend. You cannot get private investors over here and do commercial activities in our land. This land has been this land has been given to the tourism department for a specific purpose, and the purpose is there in the award. I really don't understand what is wrong with the tourism department and the ministry that they are taking our land, Diwar land, for the benefit of the villagers and giving to private entities. It doesn't make any sense. So we outrightly, the entire village, outrightly reject this project. Reject in the sense we are opposing this project, and we do not want anybody to invade our privacy or invade our park, which is for the benefit of the villagers. The project, as per little knowledge that I got, ह्या प्रोजेक्टाचेर तेंच्यांनी कितें केला तो एरिया आसा पळय about 7,000 square meters of area, तेजेर ते Swiss cottages घालपाक सोदता. Now nothing has been defined. Now what we see on the internet is each Swiss cottage can accommodate 4 rooms to 10 rooms also. Now take a simple example of 4 rooms per Swiss cottage. There जर झाले जाल्यार we have about 100 rooms with say 2 occupantsanचे जर घेतले जाल्यार 200 people have to be catered every day. Now there are various aspects. They सांगताले आमी हे करता. First and foremost, it's an eco-sensitive area. Totally an eco-sensitive area. First, it will be totally damaged. It is the biodiversity of our village. I am also a member of the biodiversity board. Biodiversity of the village will be rattled and finished. हे पाकार थंयसर स्पिशीज आसा ते पार्क आसले पळय थंयसर साजून पासून पोकुपायन्स जावं थोडे स्पिशीज ऑफ एनिमल्स आर देर very good variety of birds live over there. So that entire ecosystem will be destroyed. So we do not want these concrete structures coming over there because it is totally defeat the purpose why this land was given to them.
So what has been resolved today in this meeting?
In this meeting, it has been resolved that the entire village totally object to this project which is coming. And since it is our land which was given for tourism to develop for the benefit of the villagers do not want any private entity to enter our village and spoil the ecology of our village, the biodiversity of our village and the peace of our village. We villagers want to live like village. We don't want our village to be developed like Singapore or any other place. If they want, people want to go to watch Singapore, let them go to Singapore. We want to live as Diwarkars and let this island be remained as Diwar. People can come and watch Diwar as it is Diwar.
You all have also demanded that the land should be reverted back to the Comunidad.
Correct. Now what has happened, why we have asked this? For the last 20-30 years, this land was given in the 80s. For the last 20-30 years, this park has been totally left to rot over there by the tourism department. They have not taken any interest. Only now some project is coming, that's why they have come running to it. It is in shambles. So we are asking for that if at all they cannot maintain it, you please revert the land back to the villagers and we collectively will take a decision how to develop it for the benefit of the villagers. We can do it. It was given to tourism because they had asked for it, as they said, promised that time that they would develop it for the villagers. But now if they want to take it for their benefits, for private entities and for commercial use, we do not want to give our land to them. It may be reverted back to the original owners, and we as collectively as villagers will think about what is to be done and how to maintain. We will definitely maintain that park and do it even better what they could do. We will do that.
So do you think that it is wrong on part of tourism director not to consult villagers and the local panchayat before floating a tender?
Absolutely, absolutely. And see what has happened, this is our village. This is our, it may have been given to them, but it was given again, I am mentioning, for a specific purpose. So they have to ask the villagers, we have to at least find out what we are going through, what are the constraints this village has got, what is the ecology of this that area, the biodiversity of everything has to be considered. They cannot I will tell you another thing, what they have done. They have passed last year in May, they have passed a law that boating to be done into Mandovi river. Today, the fishermen of this village, we are having special 2 ward village, are literally finished, literally dying because of this project. These big motor boats which are coming, they are doing the tourism activity and they have destroyed the ecology and the biodiversity of our rivers. These rivers of ours, which we have also mentioned in the regional plan, that are breeding grounds for fish. I will tell you, we have proved it. We have even caught mackerels and kingfish over here. Because what happens is that since it's a low-lying area, this entire area, Mandovi River, is a fish breeding area, which fish breed over here. And there is a study done by ICAR. They have proved it with the study that 130 species of fish live in these rivers and about 28 species of shellfish live in these rivers. So these people, by this tourism projects are disastrous. With this tourism project of boating and motorboats and the speedboats coming, they have destroyed completely. People used to get clams. I tell you, there are these waves which come, this huge wave of these speedboats which come, they have attacked the clams and the entire clams is finished from here. Our fishermen are literally crying over there when they go with their nets to get some fish. We cannot get. The tourism projects are disastrous to this village and entire state. It was another thing which I would like to make, the fisheries department, the most irresponsible department. What they have claimed last year is that no fish breed in these rivers. I would like to ask those, mad people, if without any fish breeding in these rivers, what fish is there in these rivers? Does it come from Pakistan? See, people have, these people who are sitting over there are useless. Fisheries department, I would say, they have given a statement on the newspaper saying that no fish breeding is happening in. There is fish breeding happening. We have catch over here sardines, we have caught over here herring, we have caught over here kingfish. Everything comes from the rivers to breed. It has affected to a certain extent because of the breed slab which is there in the river. But the government is not doing anything to revive that. And today there are statements coming from the press itself saying that in the Arabian Sea there is less of fish. No. When the breeding grounds are being killed by this tourism department, how do you expect fish to grow into the seas? See, this is my only concern. Every project of these people are disastrous to the ecology, economy and the biodiversity of our villages and rivers.
So, Mr. Harmalak, you are actually blaming the tourism activities that are happening in the village. You are blaming for the ecological disaster, tourism department.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are blaming them.
Absolutely. For the projects that they are conducting in our rivers and for the project that they have come over here, that is done without any
Thought.
Without any thought, without keeping the people into confidence. So how can these things come up? They have to understand, first they have to understand the ecology and what is the importance of the village. That's why I said once again, we do not want Diwar to be developed as Singapore or Malaysia. But if somebody wants to experience Singapore and Malaysia, let them go there. Let them come to enjoy Diwar the way Diwar is. That's what we want to know.
So previously many birds have been seen over here. Has this decreased birds?
See, yes, what has happened is that even our fields, another thing I would like to also mention, there are lots to talk about our village, the way the government is creating a disaster for our village. Recently, our press was not available, in fact we had invited. There was a drive which was saying that pilot project of growing mangroves in our fields, our ML also. Now this is sheer madness on part of it. Are they going to grow these mangroves as a crop in our fields? No, they are just going to kill now these fields are cultivable fields. Due to the neglect of the government and the government authorities, the mangroves have come in and grown in an abundant number. We have requested the government to allow the mangroves to be cut from the fields. We don't want where they have to be there, let them be there. It has to be removed from the place, from the fields, and people should be allowed. Now people are saying people are not growing. Why people are not growing? Because the government itself, the Mamlatdar itself is the biggest disaster. We have made hundreds of complaints of inundation of fields by this Tenants Association and Manchekars, which the Mamlatdar is not doing anything about it. He is not even hearing the farmers. How long will a farmer go? Farmer goes 1, 2, 3, 4 hearings and then this thing is put in the bin. A farmer who is tilting land, he has no capacity to go for hearings of 10, 20 times. The Mamlatdar has the authority, he is not doing anything. What I feel is that he is taking money from this Tenants Association, the Manchekars, and inundating our fields. This is the biggest disaster. The ecology and the biodiversity of the entire village is gone to the top. It's a disaster only because of the government. Because the government has totally neglected this village and now they are looking upon this village as a commercial village, which we do not want. Let us live please, we pray to the government as well as to everybody, let us live like Divadkars and let us not commercialize our village and get another further disaster in our village.
Sir, in this entire situation, what's the stand of MLA Rajesh Faldesai?
Rajesh Faldesai, even this mangrove plantation, he had come over here. He gave us support saying that this project will not. But unfortunately, we have heard on the backside there's another company which has come. Now, what we also foresee is that this mangrove plantation is done by these corporates to gain carbon credits. Let's understand, this is also a very big subject which is happening. They want to grow. I understand from some management companies that they are offering crores of rupees to do this plantation so that the corporates get carbon credits which can be shown to the government. So this basically growing of this and our fields as mangrove forest, it is basically for carbon credits, and we do not want our fields to be destroyed into them. The second thing we also would like to understand is that the forests, big forests are being cut all over Goa. You must be, media itself is covering it up, lakhs and lakhs area, where they will show the land as forest. They are showing our fields as mangrove forest, and that's what they are trying to cover up. This is completely wrong on part of the government. They are destroying our villages for their personal benefits. It is sad. It's sad, and we have to, I don't know, curse or pray that this government gets off from the roads as soon as possible.
Thank you.
So you good name? Villager and